Hey guys,
How's it going?
Ash and Cam here, and today we're going to talk about traveling with your partner. Ooh. Always an interesting subject, and
Always.
really understanding each other's travel styles. You might kind of be like, what is your travel style? What does that mean? Well, some people are really big planners, right? And they want to plan months in advance and get this whole itinerary, and we go a half of an hour here and then we spend an hour here, and very specific. And there's other people that are go with the flow, and they just wait till they get there, and then they're like, oh, what should we do today? And just kind of go with the flow and see. And there's obviously a range within that style, but it's really important that you understand your partners, and if it's not the same as yours, that you figure out a way to make it complementary and work with each other, because otherwise, imagine traveling with someone that you're not on the same page with. That could just go insanely wrong.
Yikes. Yeah, like Ashley was talking about, really important to have that conversation with your partner to figure out how you guys like to travel. If you've never traveled together before you go on the trip, have that conversation. Like I said, see how you guys like doing things. Are you guys planners? Are you guys both planners? Do you guys like to do things on a whim? It's important to know those things. If for example, if Ashley would like to do things on the whim and I'm a planner, I'm gonna go crazy if she's just like, no, don't worry about it. But like, you need to know what style to go with. And if someone, if you have those opposite styles, that's fine. It doesn't mean that you're gonna get in arguments. If you plan things out correctly for you guys, that's perfectly fine. But just know, don't make your partner do something they're not necessarily comfortable with. So if like Ashley didn't want to do planning, I'm not going to force her to plan all the time. I'm not going to tell her to go plan all the trips and make the accommodations for her stays and everything like that. I should just know that I need to kind of step up and have that be my role, and she'll have to do other things more. It's just like a give take in that, and just knowing what each other's strengths are when you travel, so you can really kind of minimize the amount of frustration you'll have when you're on your nice vacations.
Exactly, and I think that's so key, is minimizing the frustration, because you're spending so much time together. And I actually backpacked South America a few years ago by myself when Cam and I just started dating. And when I was traveling, people told me, the way that if you can, your relationship can last is literally if you can travel with your partner, because in that sense you're dealing with all these daily stresses. You're spending 24/7 with them. You're put in all these situations where anything can happen, and so if you can navigate that together, then that gives you such a strong relationship. And if you can't, well, I'm not going to tell you about your relationship, but so it's just important that you do figure this out, because it's such a big part of life, just really working with each other and your personalities. And so, and make sure to accommodate, like Cam was saying, with each other. Like, if someone is a planner and someone isn't, right, then take on that planning style if that's you, because the other person isn't going to want to do it. And also, like, compromise your days. Some days make them, right, if you are a planner, make them like as you want, really planning, but then let the other person have their days where you just go to the beach, or you just figure that out. So you can really find that balance together is so important. And we also wanted to touch on, with that, kind of our travel styles, just so you guys can know a bit more about us. We're pretty lucky in the sense that
we're thankfully we have the same travel style. We're both very low key. We do some planning. Obviously, you gotta have minimal amount of planning going forward, at least, to be able to travel. But we're both very low key. Kind of take things as they come. No pressure, really. So thankfully we work really well together when it comes to this. But we kind of just go with the flow. It's more our style.
So that's really what works for us, and it's been really helpful figuring that out about each other, and being able to travel together because we do that. And so when there's times where we have to plan things, then we both compromise and really do plan together as best as we can. So I encourage you guys to, if you are traveling with your partner, really figure that out, what your travel style is, and the other person's, and get clear on that, and then work together and compromise on how you, if they're different, on how you can do both, and really incorporate both within your trip. And if you have the same, then you're both winners, and start planning and get that going. Or if you're just going with the flow, then just see what happens. And
it just all starts with having that open conversation, just figuring out what you're doing. If you're new to travel, just start planning out, seeing how things are going. You'll be able to tell as you go into this who's better at what, and what your strengths and weaknesses are, and what you just prefer.
Exactly.
So that's kind of what we got for this.
Awesome.
Hopefully some of these tips help you with planning you guys' trips and while you guys are traveling.
Enjoy. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.